Hey people, it's me Tristan. First of all, Happy New Year to everyone. This is an update for the Project Dwarfs. I've actually finished most of the army that I have at the moment. I still have 2 units and a few characters to finish up. This is almost 2000 points. I've played a good number of games with this army already, mainly 1500 points. I'm really enjoying playing the Dwarfs. So let's get some close-ups of some units. First up is my unit of 20 Iron Breakers. Definitely my favorite Dwarf miniatures. That's probably one of the reasons why I started to play Dwarfs. The red represents that they are elite warriors and they mean business. So next up is a unit of Slayers. These miniatures are from Avatars of War, the plastic box set of Slayers. And the kit is really fun because you get a lot of different pieces to assemble your guys from. I mean, it's really cool that you can change the hair pieces or leave them bald or something. The kit doesn't come with enough weapons or hand options to make a full unit of just warriors. You have to make the full command, which kind of sucks. It would have been more convenient if they had the option of all weapons. So I've made a few conversions here and there. First of all, this guy in the back has 2 wooden legs instead of his right hand. He has a chain, and that's there because I didn't have any more access to give him. Here's also one Slayer with a wooden leg and with one eye. He has a eye patch. To make them a bit heavier, I added these washers on the base, so the unit is actually quite heavy now. I really enjoy using these in a battle, even though they don't have any armor save or stuff. If you have a BSP with the Rune of Sanctuary next to them, they actually have a save from shooting, so they get to do stuff. I really like vanguarding them forward with another unit and creating all sorts of problems. Here are 2 characters, Slayer characters that I have. So this guy I got it as a gift from Dice Miniature Paint Guy. Thanks, Kim. What I tend to give him is the rune that makes him cause terror. It suits him fine. I really enjoyed painting this guy. So I believe you've seen actually my long beard unit. The fluff goes that these guys are from Trii, and they are mercenary dwarfs that just want to follow Snow White. That's why I'm using blue and yellow. And this cool flank from Perry Miniatures. Only 19 of them, so there's always room for a character. So as you might remember, this is Snow White. And she's my Thane, usually my general. When I got the crazy Slayer character mini, Dice Miniature Paint Guy also surprised me with a second miniature. This is, I'm not even sure from what company this miniature is from, but it's a female dwarf. I think she fits well to be Snow White's younger sister. It's really good because I didn't have a Runesmith mini, so she's a Runesmith. Here's the BSB, miniature from Skipper Miniature. Snow White's royal color purple. I think his waist is a bit too low for a dwarf, but I don't mind. Here's an old character that you've seen before. He's the engineer. Fits in well with the force. And of course, I can't complete this without mentioning the super awesome Trio. A really nice miniature, and I really enjoyed painting this guy. Of course, the purple, the royal color. And I'm gonna do the story campaign of Snow White getting back her throne. This will be Snow White's father. Another core unit with full command and everything. And as all my black powder guys, they wear yellow and red. And these guys are from Trii miniatures, I think. If I finish up the rest of my dwarf miniatures, I might get some from them, but that's the far future. So next up is the unit I converted up. It's the Dwarf cavalry unit. I've used them very successfully as rangers, but I would like to make them their own unit entry. And if you have any suggestions or ideas of what this guy's stats and points stuff could be, let me know. But I really like how they came out. For sure, if I get any more of these pony miniatures, I'm gonna make myself some more Dwarf. And they also have yellow and blue color scheme because they're also like mercenaries from Trii. And here's my cannon with 4 crew, and they're all pinned, so I can remove them when I transport this unit. So here's the ballista. Every time I put it on the table I really hope it works, but it hasn't killed any miniature, it has just wounded one. Yet to see the full power of this this piece. And last, war machine. My absolute favorite war machine in the Dwarf army is the grudge thrower. I really like using this in the games, and one of my regular opponents already has developed fear for this thing. Every time I place it on the table he gets a bit worried, and I think it's really fun. Gyrocopter, it's the old one, but I like the old one. As it's using black powder, it's also with red and yellow, and I've also really enjoyed using this in the game. And last but not least, my gyro bomber. I had an incomplete dwarf gyrocopter miniature, but I wanted a gyro bomber, so I made it into one. The gun piece is from a terrain piece. Top part here is from skipper miniatures like shield. The bombs are from 40k. Yeah, that's the copter. Because I really wanted to dry out the iron drakes, and I wanted to paint some monster things or like beasts, hound miniatures from Reaper miniatures, and I greenstuffed the flames as shown by Dice Miniature Paint Guy. I'll put the link to that video in the button. I think it's fun to have like these beasts for dwarfs, like these fire drakes. I might make up some rules for them as well to go with the dwarves. It's like the hounds of the dwarves. So stuff that's coming up next. I got these 2 pieces from Reaper miniatures. The first guy is like a scientist miniature. I just greenstuffed a beard on him, and it's gonna be my dwarf alchemist, and he will be on the base with this flame elemental thingy. It's like he has summoned it, and this will be my flame cannon, just because I wanted something like different and unique. I also have another 3 characters I need to paint up for the army. Here's another engineer from the Battle for Skull Pass set, the prince for the Snow White, a small Napoleon from Skipper Miniatures, and this mounted dwarf Thane. I guess I'll use him as a lord on the shield bearers. To finish my core, I had 12 warriors, but I want to make a huge unit of warriors, so here's 30 warriors with full command. 12 painted already, so I just need to paint up the rest in the same scheme. Even though they all look the same, I like them. And last but not least, my Panzer Bear Lord. Still a lot of work to be done with this, but I've added some horns here and there, and I gave the rider a bigger axe. This will be my last thing I paint for the dwarfs, because once I've done everything else, this will be the icing on the cake of my dwarf project. I'm not the only one who's been working on my army. Trii has finished up something for her wood elves. So I think you've all seen the Tree Man. This is the first unit that I've sculpted from scratch, and I really like how it looks, and with all the base work and the paint job that Trii gave it, I think it looks really cool. So, but that's not all that she finished. Something Jer sent to her. I think at the beginning it was some high elf dragon or something, but this is now her forest dragon. She might do some more stuff on the base at one point, but at the moment it's done, and I think it's really cool. This metallic like shine on the wings, it's really nice. It's a great piece of a miniature, and I'm really glad that she finished it. So here's a unit of 14 Glade Guard, I think, with full command, and she started on those. She has done the skin, and one of her plans for her wood elves is that all of them will be ginger, so they are ginger. She likes dinosaurs, and she really likes this stegosaur. We got it from like a toy shop or something, really cheap. And I found out that with the Storm of Magic book you can get more monsters into your army, and it turns out that you can get Stegodon mini. She'll paint it up as well at one point, so yeah, there will be a forest Stegodon marching alongside the wood elves, which is nice. Here's a unit I started to build for her. It counts as dryads, but these are just forest creatures and forest folk. Here's the unit champion. It's actually from Warlord Games, a Kilt Shaman or something. It'll be painted over, so cork, some wire and green stuff. I made this stone golem or something like that. Just a forest creature. The whole unit will be like a bunch of different little creatures and like a weird giant snail. That's the Warhammer update. I've been busy with the holidays and work and stuff, but as I'm trying to graduate in the springtime, the videos will be less frequent and I will probably get less hobby time in general. Also, thank you, Mick. You might know him as Styron Phoenix, but thank you for that nice message you sent me. I'm fine, and I really hope you're fine as well. There's a lot of stuff going on and I really want to graduate this year. So what can I say? If you're a Dwarf fan, I suggest you go check out Glozoli. He just got into Warhammer and he's doing up his Dwarfs, so which is cool. And also Andy 2D6 will be going to his, I think, first tournament ever. He'll do a project videos of him preparing for it. And if anyone is interested in playing Warhammer on the Universal Battle thingy, just let me know, because I've played against Udiswe twice already and it's super fun, and of course I've lost twice, but it doesn't matter, it's really fun. Thank you all for watching. I hope all of you will have a great year. Take care and I'll talk to you in the next one.